Hi, I'm Dan Polimino with Keller Williams Big Island and the Hawaii team. Well, today we're talking about our July market update and forecast. And first thing that I want to share with everybody is that cash deals are at an all-time high right now. In the past, I would say in the last 12 months, cash deals were hovering around 41, 42%. During the peak of the buying frenzy during the pandemic in 2021, we saw cash deals get up to about 50 or 51%. But recently, there's been a rash of cash deals, and there's no surprise about why it's happening, right? Nobody's really super excited about paying a 6.5 or a 7% interest rate, let alone how do you get an investment property here to cash flow at 6.5 or 6.75? You don't get it to cash flow. And so most people are just turning to cash, and some statistics are showing me that as of recently, up to 60% of the deals here happening on the Big Island are cash. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you are getting a loan, yes, you can still buy a property, but you may have a difficult time competing. And you say, well, Dan, are all the properties getting multiple offers? No, they're not getting multiple offers. Some of them are getting multiple offers. If it's the right property in the right location, it will get a multiple offer scenario. So what do I mean by that right property, right location? Well, first, if it's a property that's in a short-term vacation rental zone, that's right property, right location, right? If something comes up in one of the resorts and it's short-term eligible and it's a good complex, that's going to get into a multiple offer scenario. The other reason why we might be in a multiple offer scenario is because of inventory. Now, you've heard me say in the past that inventory is incredibly low. Well, there is an article this week in Inman News, which is our trade publication for realtors, and Inman said that inventory across the country is the lowest it's been in decades. Not in the last 10 years, that's a plural, in decades, right? And so we know that, we feel that. If you're a realtor like me and you're operating in the market every day and your boots on the ground, you feel that, you know that's going on. And so yes, inventory is at an all-time low. So when a property does pop on the market, it might be so rare that one becomes available that instantly there's multiple offers. I can think of a couple of different places in particular. Take Montalani Point in the Montalani Resort. A lot of people want to be in that complex. So if something comes on in Montalani Point, it becomes on so rare and it's so in demand that it's going to get multiple offers for no other reason than an extreme inventory shortage. So just keep that in mind. Listen, if you're going in and you're trying to buy a popular place in a popular location and you're doing it with a loan, you're going to have to do something to sweeten the deal. You're going to have to do something to give the seller more money than what they're going to get in a cash deal, because chances are if you're competing for that property, 9 times out of 10 you're competing against a cash buyer. So just be aware of that. And then as far as interest rates go, you've heard me talk for a long time that I thought interest rates were going to come down, and that would happen this fall or into this winter. There's still a slight chance that could happen, but I'm not so optimistic anymore. I think that this 6.5 to 6.75 interest rate is probably here for quite a while longer. I think it'll probably extend now into the fall and into the winter. And you say, well, Dan, why the reversal? Why the change of heart on this? And the answer is, I'm not quite sure. I cannot put my finger on it. Somebody is artificially keeping these mortgage rates high because there's no real economic data to indicate that they should be 6.5, right? There's no economic data to support higher interest rates. Inflation has been coming down. It's 4%. Before long, we'll be down to the benchmark of 2.3%. The jobs numbers are good. Unemployment is low. There's like no real reason to keep a mortgage interest rate at 6.5. I mean, Chairman Powell came out and said there's a pause. We're not raising interest rates at this time. We're not going to raise short-term interest rates to banks. And so again, there's really no economic basis for a mortgage rate at 6.5, which leads me to believe that somebody's artificially keeping these mortgage rates up for a reason that we don't really know. That's the best I can tell you right now after being in this business for 16 years. I'll tell you this, over all of the years, in all of the markets, not any single market has ever been the same. Not one of them. There's always a slight difference, something unique, something different about each market. So if you want some help buying, selling, or investing here in real estate on the Big Island, contact us here at the Hawaii team. 808-913-0899, 808-913-0899, or thehawaiiteam.com. Aloha.